Hello, welcome back. We got another video on the channel. Back with the DC minifig collection. I've made some changes. I've updated some figures. So there's going to be some new stuff, some returning stuff, some custom figs, bootleg figs. I'll point out if they're pad printed or if they're knockoff minifigures. But yeah, let's just get right into it. So start off the collection. I start off with Batman. We got two Batman figs right here. This is year one and the year two. Nothing really changed at all with these two, but I'm always a big fan of the classic blue and gray. Then we got the year 3 Batsuit, and it will be probably year 4. This is currently being used in my stop motion series on my other channel, so that's why it's got all the marks on it. Then we got these two. This one is black and gray. This one's more of the rebirth look with the purple gloves. I think that's pretty nice, and they both have dual molded legs. Then I just made this one the other day. This one right here is more like the new 52 one, but it's got blue instead of black, and then the legs are from the BVS Batman suit. He's got the stubble. This is the Court of Owls armored minifigure. So then we got Dark Knight Returns Batman and the 2006 black Batsuit. This one, I did shave off like the stuff in the back so you could see the spine there, because you see that in the comic book and animated movies, so just something I want to do. And this is the 2006 all black suit. My only 2006 figure, actually. Wish I had more, but they're kind of hard to get your hands on. We got Bruce Wayne and a custom Thomas Wayne Flashpoint Batman. I used the new 52 torso. I just used, I think, a marker. I did it years ago, so it was when I was little. Just colored it in, and then same with the eyes, and then I kind of drew a little bit of a beard on there. Anyway, the last Batsuit is Batman Beyond. Again, these arms I painted when I was young, and just thought I'd throw them on the fig. That is Nightwing's torso, and then this is using the new cowl piece. I hope one day we do get a Batman Beyond minifigure. Now we got Dick Grayson, so we got his Robin outfit, classic Teen Titans type of look, and then Nightwing using, I think those are Sinestro's arms and Black Widow's legs. I love having the blue accents on that figure. Next is Jason Todd. So we got his Jason Todd Robin look and the red hood. I think these legs are from Sabine from Star Wars Rebels. Yep. And then right after that, we get into Tim Drake, probably the most underrated Robin. Both of these figures do have dual colored capes, as you can see. So this one is, I think, Disco Batman, or like Golden Batman, and this one is from Lord of the Rings, Aragorn. This is Red Robin. He's got some arm printing and leg printing there. The last Robin is Damian Wayne, using Kai's hairpiece from Ninjago. He has not a dual molded, or not a dual colored cape, but he has two capes on, for the outside to be black and the inside to be yellow. Next is Catwoman. I have two Catwomans. I have the classic 2012 one. I guess it's not really classic, but pretty basic, just all black. And then this one is an amalgamation of Black Widow's torso and then the Lego Batman movie arms and legs and mask. I like the purple accents. I think those look nice. And it's kind of super detailed, so you got a basic and a super detailed minifigure there. I like to have multiple versions of certain characters. I just think it adds some variety rather than just picking one. We got two Batgirls. This is the new Batgirl. This came out not too long ago. But it's technically, I think, the new comic book look for her. I wish I had a cowl that was blue that I could give her, because I'd kind of prefer like a classic Batgirl, but this one's really nice as well. I used Wonder Woman's head underneath, and then gave her a purple belt just to keep it a little bit simpler rather than having all the yellow. But yeah, these Lego Batman movie minifigures were incredible. So many good dual molds and arm printing and stuff like that. We got another Batgirl. This is Cassandra Cain, all black. I think I just removed the yellow belt just to make it look a little bit simpler and more stealthy. And then this is Spoiler using the Mime, I think, from the CMF, maybe. But it's a perfect outfit for a Spoiler custom minifigure. Next, we got Huntress and Batwing. Huntress is the same as the minifigure from the CMF line. Pretty much a perfect minifigure. Other than maybe the face looks a little strange, but other than that, perfect. And then this is Batwing. Luke Fox, I think his name is. I think the head is, yep, Ultron bot. Then we got two more customs. We got Azrael. Michael Lane Azrael, the white Azrael suit. And then this is John Paul Valley, the classic 90s Azrael. He's got two capes on to look more comic accurate. And to end off most of the Bat family, we have the Azbat suit. So during Nightfall, when Azrael takes over, this is the Bat suit. I'm pretty proud of this figure. I think it looks pretty accurate to the comics. Keeps it simple without doing anything too weird. With a white hand, and then he's got the claws. The torso piece is the Lego Batman movie torso. And then he's got the big cowl with an orange head. Got Alfred and Lucius Fox. Pretty simple there. Gordon and Bullock. Bullock, his trench coat is just a cape that I hole punched holes for the arms, and I kind of destroyed it right there, but his hat hair is from Indiana Jones, and so is Gordon's torso. Next we have Aaron Cash and Renee Montoya. So Cash got a hook for a hand because Killer Croc bit it off, and Renee Montoya from the GCPD. And finally, we're leaving the Bat family into Superman. So you got classic Superman. I do want to get some dual molded legs for him. I think that would look really nice. And then this is more of a modern Superman, I guess. I don't know. It is the BVS torso, Spider-Man legs, and a different face. But yeah, as I said, I like to have at least two versions of most characters. Oh, and then here we have Clark Kent. And then we have Wonder Woman. We have the classic Wonder Woman. Gave her some hands that are supposed to mimic her bracelets. And then we have the same deal for the more modern looking one. So she's got Robin's legs as well. The dual molded Robin legs. Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, he's got the thing there. He's got a ring, and then I painted the arms to just give it the look. I also drew the line up there just to help with that, and then used Sharpie to just kind of fill in the legs of it, because there was a lot of like gaps in the printing and stuff. And then I did change his hair to a lighter brown. We got more Green Lanterns. We have Hal Jordan, the official figure. I just changed his hairpiece, I believe, but he's a nice figure. And then we have custom Guy Gardner. Maybe with the new Superman movie, we'll actually get a Guy Gardner. But it will probably not look like this. It'll probably be more of a white minifigure because of his outfit. But this is pretty much probably the best you could do for a custom purist Guy Gardner, unless you get a pad printed minifigure. I do think we really need a Kyle Rayner, so maybe one day DC will give that to us. We have Simon Baz, really nice minifig, a lot of great printing on him, dual molded arms and legs. And then Jessica Cruz, I think this is one of the newest Green Lanterns in the comics. Barry Allen, the Flash, or Wally West maybe. But we got a classic suit. I just changed the hands, and I should probably get him some dual molded legs. I think that would look nice. And this one has the newer torso with the gold lines. I also changed the hands to gold, and then these legs are from Hyperion, from Marvel. And this is the Zack Snyder's Justice League cowl piece. Then we got Aquaman, We got classic Aquaman. Didn't really change anything for him. And then this is, I guess, an older Aquaman. This is a little different from the last one from the last video that I did. I changed up the legs and I gave him an actual Aquaman torso this time. He has some sparkles on his arm there, some new shoulder piece, and I think probably a different hair piece as well. Next up, we have the Emerald Archer Green Arrow. This is the custom figure from the series that I'm working on my other channel. I like giving Green Arrow red hands. It mimics the classic look, especially from like Brave and the Bold and whatnot. I think it looks really nice, and this is the official minifigure with some dual molded arms. And again, I'm a sucker for the red hands for Green Arrow. I think they look really nice on him, and they add another color to the suit rather than just all green. Some more Justice League characters. We have Black Canary. I think this is a new minifigure or a slightly different minifigure. She has these legs here are really nice because they just have a little bit of printing, but they keep it pretty simple. And then she has the alternate face with the scream. And then this is supposed to be Red Tornado. I think it looks okay. I wish I had a different head, but I think for now this is the best it'll be for now. We have Dr. Fate and the Atom. So Fate, this mask piece is from an Atlantis set, and I think that's the Golden Ninja from Ninjago head. But I'd like to make this figure look a little bit less Ninjago looking. And then the Atom is some parts from Captain America and one of the Iron Legion from Age of Ultron. We have Hawkman. I wish I had Hawk Girl, but to get that figure, I'm going to be spending like $100 to buy the set off Amazon, and I don't know if it's really worth it to get one minifig for $100. I know it comes with others, but for now I just have Hawkman. And then Jay Garrick, which is the CMF minifig. Both very nice figures. And rounding things off from the Justice League, we have Firestorm. I gave him some legs from a Star Wars minifigure and a bootleg Shazam because I don't have the official one. I think the cape and the hairpiece are official, but yeah, I got this at a Comic-Con years ago. Someone was selling bootleg minifigs, so I was like, oh, I'll buy a few. I think it was like $20 for like 5 of them or whatever. So to me, that was a steal back in the day, and you get some cool figures out of it. Speaking of cool figures, Kid Flash is a bootleg minifigure as well. There's no official Lego parts on here, but he looks pretty good. This is Wonder Girl. I gave her the Wonder Woman skirt and the New 52 torso and hairpiece, just to make her look a little different from Wonder Woman while also sort of maintaining that same DNA. But yes, now we're into the Teen Titans / Young Justice. We have 2 different Aqualads. We have the original and the one from Young Justice. Both different characters. And I think both of them are in the Young Justice show. We have Speedy and Arsenal. Originally, it was Red Arrow and Arsenal, but if you go back to the first video, you'll see that. But I always wanted to have Speedy more like his classic comic book, so I'll just put that one down for now. This one is, Speedy. Classic comic book Speedy. Give him some simple legs there, a little bit of printing, and this torso is perfect for this character, I think, because on the back it just has an M. I forget where I got that from, but it's a pretty new figure, I think. Gave him dual molded arms, gave him the yellow hands, and there you go. Basic, but it looks, you'll see it and you'll be like, yep, that's Speedy. This is, of course, Arsenal, so a little more tactical look for him. I gave him the red quiver there instead of a black one. Just think it pops a little bit more. Next, we're getting into Teen Titans. More Teen Titans, I guess you could say. Raven and Starfire. Raven, I think, remains mostly the same from the last one. I gave her this hairpiece. Just think it works, and she has a Harley Quinn head. Starfire I just made the other day. Again, I have a lot of these legs with these same printing. I think I got them off of the Pick-a-Brick website, but they just work really well to make figures look like give them just a little bit of printing while also having like some good colors and stuff to not keep it super plain. But she has Catwoman's torso and waist piece there, using Ahsoka's head, and this red hairpiece is from Firestar from the Daily Bugle set. I'm really proud of this. I think this looks like just the perfect Starfire for a purist custom minifigure. I wish I had the official one, but that is a long retired set, and if I want to get it, it's hundreds of dollars. So next we got Cyborg and Beast Boy. Beast Boy uses Falcon's torso and then some other legs here. They're from and I forget where they're from, but they look good for that red and white Beast Boy look. He has a pretty plain head there. There's no mouth. I don't know why. I ordered it off of the Lego website, the Pick-a-Brick. But hey, basic, it looks like Beast Boy. And then we got Cyborg here. I gave him Ultron's legs, metallic arms, and he's got an all metallic look, except for, actually no, the face is as well, except for the hands. John Constantine, Hellblazer, kept it pretty simple. Gave him Indiana Jones head, a spiky hairpiece, and a nice fireball. But now we're going to get into the villains. So we start things off with the Joker. Two Jokers here. There's another one that'll show in a sec, but this is more of the Arkham Asylum, Arkham Games Joker. Gave him some yellow hands. He has some leg printing there. I just changed the waist piece so it matches with the figures. He's got his flowing cloak, or his jacket, and then he has the balding hairpiece, I guess. And then this one is the Dark Knight Returns Joker, one of my favorite versions of the character. He has, I switched the hairpiece to this one. I think it's from BTS or something like that. But I got it off the Pick-a-Brick again. Pick-a-Brick is such a good thing if you need minifigure parts. I didn't even know that until I just started digging in there. And next thing you know, you're spending quite a bit of money on minifig parts. But hey, Dark Knight Returns Joker, Arkham Asylum Joker. Next up, we got more Jokers. The Killing Joke, we'll set that one down. Killing Joke Joker. This is the Beach Joker from the CMF. I just changed the head to one of the newer Joker heads, as well as I gave him a purple hat to complete the look. And then here we have Red Hood. All right, he falls into the pit of acid. This is the outfit. And then it's just a random head in there. Next up, we have Dr. Harleen Quinzel, aka Harley Quinn. Two versions of the character. We have the classic 2012 minifigure here, just her classic Harley look. I do have the new BTAS figure, but I just put that figure somewhere else because they're very similar. So this is supposed to be a Arkham Asylum Harley, but it's a little tricky to make that look perfect. But I think this is the best I can do right now. Next up, we have the Riddler. I have a classic Riddler here. This is the 2012 minifigure with a black hairpiece. Gave him the question mark staff. And this is a little bit more modern Riddler. Still not really too sure what to do with this minifig. I love this torso and legs from the Lego Batman movie, but I also really like having the hat and the new face. So I don't know. This one is a little bit of a tricky one. I was thinking of doing Enigma from the Arkham Origins instead of this, but I really like having this figure on in the collection here, but I just want to keep it to two Riddlers just for space reasons. Next up, we have Two-Face. I want to make another Two-Face using the new Dark Knight Tumblr set, because that has a new Two-Face minifigure, but this is a minifigure I made years ago when I was younger. I painted the arm, and then I sanded down the hairpiece, and I also colored in the other side of his face just to make it look more realistic. But it is using the 2012 two-tone suit, and the coin is also scratched, as you can see. The Master of Fear. This is Scarecrow. I added a new version, a little bit more of a classic version, giving him a hat. And this is still a work in progress, but I'm reasonably happy with it. I wish we had more Scarecrow minifigs. This is the one from my series, using Kai's hairpiece. Still some Lord of the Rings torso and legs. Yep, the figure is cracked, which really sucks. These brown Lego bricks love to break on you. Next, we got Mr. Freeze. I have two versions. We have the classic Mr. Freeze, based on the Batman the Animated Series. He has Sinestro's dual molded legs, as well as the Beat-Taz torso and head, and then I gave him the Lego Batman movie torso piece and dome on the top of his head. I think he gives him a pretty good figure, keeping it simple without doing too much detail. And this is a little bit more over-designed, inspired by Arkham City Mr. Freeze. The arms are from Electro, from like a 2012 Spider-Man set, and the legs are from Ultra Agents, I believe. The Penguin, we got classic Penguin right here. Love the purple, the big belly, the bright colors, and this is a little bit more of a, I don't want to say gritty version, but it's definitely a little darker, less colors. He's got the fur coat up here, the fur on the torso. He's got some cuffs on the arms and a much bigger hat. Poison Ivy. So this is more of a classic Poison Ivy, using the Lego Batman movie hairpiece and head, because the version I got came in the Arkham Asylum set and had a Arkham Asylum jumpsuit instead of an actual Poison Ivy figure, so this is more inspired by Batman the Animated Series. And this is a little bit more of a modern look for the character, using Lord of the Rings or the Hobbit torso. Killer Croc and Bane. So Croc here is using, I think, some Chima, Lego Chima pieces. The head and the torso are scribbled on, and so is the back of the head to cover up the other expression. But he's sort of inspired by the Arkham Asylum look. Love the Arkham games, so that definitely inspires a lot of these looks. This Bane here is supposed to look like that big fig back there, so that's why it looks like this. I wish I had a different head for him, but that's what I got. Next up, we have Solomon Grundy and Clayface. Grundy uses, I believe, Aragorn's torso and legs. The head is from Mr. Freeze, and the hair is Quicksilver's. That's Grundy. I give him some chains just to cover up some of the normal skin tone on the torso. And this is Clayface in his clay form. There's really nothing else to say about him. And next up, we have Hush and Man-Bat. Let's talk about Hush. This is a pad-printed minifigure from Orbital Minifigures. It is official Lego parts, but of course it's not an official Lego minifigure. Lego hasn't made Hush, but it's based on the Lego Batman 1 design. And then this is Man-Bat. I gave him the werewolf legs, and other than that, it's the same minifig from the original set. We have another pad-printed minifigure, Hugo Strange, based on Lego Batman 1. Again, it's the same kind of thing, but this one is from a different seller. This is from SJ Bricks, so it is official Lego. It's not a bootleg, but it is custom printed, just like Hush. And next we have the Demon's Head, aka Ra's al Ghul. Got two versions. Right here, this is a custom younger Ra's al Ghul, more of a armored look for him. And then this is the official minifigure. And next we have his two daughters, Talia and Nissa al Ghul, more just Ninjago pieces because they look pretty cool like this. And yep. And next we have the Mad Hatter right here, and I think March Harriet or something. The Brown Rabbit, I don't know. But yeah, Mad Hatter custom. He has a custom trench coat that I did. Same method for the Harvey Bullock one. I just hole punched holes for the arms and folded it over. This is the Riddler's dual molded hat hair piece. I just erased the question mark. And he's got a Wormtail's face. And this is the March Harriet, which I assume has to do with Mad Hatter, so I just put them next to each other. And to finish off that row, there is a Firefly minifigure. I changed him up a little bit from last time gave him a different jetpack, and changed up his mask look. And now we get to some of the wacky villains. We have Ratcatcher and Killer Moth. So this is the official Killer Moth minifig, and this is a custom Ratcatcher. We have Kite Man and Calendar Man. Kite Man, I just changed, I think, a couple of things on him, but it looks good. And Calendar Man, I wanted to make him look a little bit more serious, but I don't know if it really worked. But I do kind of dig this design. I like the face. It looks like the Long Halloween a little bit, but he's still wearing the really goofy outfit. And I just added a vest onto him just to make him look a little bit more chill. And I took away the cape. This is Humpty Dumpty. Made him just try to look really fat. So, and on to, I guess, more of like the creepy villains, the serial killers. We have Victor Zsasz and Dollmaker. Zsasz, this is the same one from the series. I just gave him a different hairpiece to look more like the comics, and the scars on his arm are actually carved into his arm. And then this is supposed to be Dollmaker, another creepy Batman villain. And continuing things on with creepy characters, we have Professor Pig and Cornelius Stirk. So Pig is, this says Dollatron head, and then he has the pig head, and I gave him just a plain pink head there, dual molded arms. Kept it pretty simple. And Cornelius Stirk, who's a pretty unknown Batman villain. Again, wanted to keep it simple. And next we have Deacon Blackfire and Anarchy. Blackfire is a cultist leader. And then we have Anarchy, who just leads the people into destroying Gotham. And that is a Sharpie on the face there. It is a skull. And onto the Court of Owls, we have sorry about the dog barking. We have a Court of Owls member. Using Moon Knight's head, I erased the Moon Knight logo, and then a talon. And then we have Maxie Zeus. And onto the Gotham mobsters, we have Carmine Falcone, the Roman, and Salvatore Maroni. A lot of Batman villains. Can't tell I am a big Batman fan. The Black Mask and Great White Shark. I might change his suit here, but for now, this is what we got. Alright, next we've got two more characters. We have Arnold Wesker, the ventriloquist, and Arkham Knight. Real quick, Arnold Wesker, there you go. And this is Scarface, his dummy. And then we've got the Arkham Knight, based on the Arkham Knight. Jason Todd here, using a lot of Age of Ultron minifig parts. Pretty proud of this figure. I don't think I've changed him at all since the last time I've done And here we've got two assassins. We got Electrocutioner and Deadshot. Pretty perfect Deadshot minifigure on this. Lego really nailed this design the first time. Here is the KG Beast. I think these legs are from Ninjago, and he's just got some Captain America parts. Next, we got Deathstroke. Got the official minifigure here with some armor and a sword, and then a custom minifigure using a bootleg Odin face. And then I also painted, years ago, I painted this hairpiece silver, so I just thought I'd throw it on. Rounding these off for Batman, I guess this is Peacemaker. Onto Superman villains, we have Lex Luthor and General Zod. I gave Zod some different legs. Cyborg, Superman, and Lobo. This is using the new Rebirth kind of torso. And Lobo is the official fig with a Jack Sparrow hairpiece. Then we have Wonder Woman villains, the only two. We have Cheetah and Ares. Ares is based on the Injustice design from the video game. That's Ultron's head under there. Two Green Lantern villains. We have two Sinestros here. So the first one is, of course, his yellow outfit, and he has some painted arms I did years ago. And I also touched up the waist piece with a Sharpie, and then he has his ring there, and the lantern. And this is, of course, him without the suit. Just the same CMF minifig. And the final Green Lantern villain is Atrocitus. We need more Green Lantern. We need more Green Lantern minifigures. DC needs to use the Lanterns more. And onto the Flash villains, we have Reverse Flash. Eobard Thawne is the same minifig, I just changed the arms. And then this is a bootleg Flash. This is supposed to be Zoom. This is bootleg, not pad printed. Black Flash is another bootleg minifigure. The Death Flash. Onto the Rogues, we have Captain Cold, same minifigure, and then Captain Boomerang, who is just a custom. I got rid of a lot of the Flash Rogues minifigures just for space, and I really only kept the ones that I kind of like, or really the core ones. So you've got Mirror Master, same minifig as the last time. Pretty happy with this look. Used some pretty unique parts to sort of achieve this design. And Heatwave. And the last Flash villain is Killer Frost. Don't think I really changed anything with her. And then we have Ocean Master. I think this is pretty much the same minifigure from the set that he came in. I do not have Black Manta. I should get Black Manta. I don't have him. And then my only Green Arrow villain. There was a lot more last time. Tommy Merlin. Merlin, I think that's the comic book character's name. Just plain old Merlin. Gave him a black quiver, changed the legs. And then we have two Justice League villains. Vandal Savage and Prometheus. Prometheus is a figure I've tried to get right many times, and I think this is the best that I've done. The cape is not official Lego, because otherwise it would just get ruined just to be there. So I just gave it the fake one because I don't care if it gets ruined that much. But yeah, really happy with Prometheus. I think this is a pretty solid custom design here. Onto the Bigfigs. And the other minifigs, we got Bigfig Bane. We have Crypto. Yeah, Parademon. We have the Monitor, Darkseid, and a Mother Box. The Anti-Monitor. There's another Parademon back there. And Ace the Bat Hound, and then Gorilla Grodd. So that is the updated DC minifigure collection. There's quite a few changes, quite a few new minifigures. I did leave some space over here for more of the heroes, and I think there's only one open spot for villains. I did leave another spot here for Two-Face, for another Two-Face, because I'd like to have at least two versions of, like, a classic version, and then a more modern or more just alternate look for the character. So I'd like to use the new Two-Face minifigure and try to come up with something where I mix around the parts of this one and that one. Yeah. Thanks for watching. I think probably the next video will be a comic book collection update. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.